I guess this is probably more related to the domestic channel market. What are you seeing there, John? Are you guys using it more or less, or how are you finding that?
It would probably be about the same amount, really. And it really depends on the profile of project you've got. The channels tend to, majority of are investors. So if it's first home buyer investor type product, the channels are an effective tool in your arsenal to get a project sold. But if it's a downsizer market, the channels, we generally, when we talk about channels, we generally cooperate with all the local agents to get them involved in selling projects. Yeah. So it's like the man that runs the local Chinese restaurant, that I went to recently, and the lights went out, and he came rushing out, and he said to me and my 4 kids and my beautiful wife, he said, everyone put their hands on the table, and the lights came back on. He said, many hands make light work.
Oh, come on, John.
That's a dad joke.
Yes?
Mate, I can tell you've got kids. What do you reckon, Lowe?
Oh, gee, I love those dad jokes. Look, in a developer sense, channels represent distribution, right? So if you think of it, the more distribution, the wider the distribution, the more opportunity. Look, it does come down to the fact that channels talk, they engage with their audience, they have varying degrees of relationship, varying degrees of value add. They're important to the ecosystem. I have lived and breathed channels all my working life. So I'm a big believer in servicing those that have those client relationships. I mean, just look at the accountancy market. How many accountants are out there? How many people have those relationships? Like it's a very similar. Look at the medical field. Look at the doctors and the GPs. Again, you tend to go back to the ones that you've got some trust with and are giving you pretty good advice. Yeah. And also, you're getting what you need from them. So, look, channels are definitely a big part of Australia and the way we work. The only thing I would say is, and John brought it up, is aligning what you're selling to the right channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't take this shotgun approach, and I think some of the market has done that, and unfortunately it dilutes it, especially for the good ones, yeah, that have got those relationships. But channels create word of mouth, and so word of mouth doesn't cost you anything. People talk, and that talk filters out into the network and filters out into the society and community. And before you know it, you're having a drink down at the pub, and the guy next to you, knows someone who knows someone. And where did he hear it from? He heard it from a person who was trying to promote that product, So it's how it works.
Yeah, we've even seen on our site, we get people trying to get in contact with the developer through Urban, and we kind of had been traveling at about over 100 channel groups hitting us up a month. So now we've got several hundred every month, coming through, trying to get in touch with developers. And we've seen, I think it's probably a result of less residential stock on the market of established, more of the channels and more of the local agents trying to get in touch with developers to sell the primary stuff.
Yeah, well, one of the things that I've always liked is the 1%ers, and John, you mentioned this. Look, at a developer level, you add up all those 1%ers, those one deals by certain channel agents, and they equal the sum, the whole sum. Yeah, so it's how you get your building sold in a market. You use the 1%ers.